Hey guys, just thought I'd show you my arcade marquee collection. Now here's how they look when they're lit up. Now some games like Space Invaders don't actually have a marquee, so the logo is just printed on the bezel, which is the front glass or plexiglass of the machine. Now, Space Invaders, I believe, originally came as glass, but they were prone to getting smashed in by angry arcade players. So the replacements are plexiglass. And some bezels, well, actually a lot of bezels, just have instructions on how to play the game, like this one's Operation Wolf. Now here's Seawolf. It's made out of metal and has a very odd shape, but that's to allow for the periscope that's on the game. Okay, here's a few more. Now the marquee on Gauntlet's a bit unique because it actually wraps around the speaker grill right here. Now the majority of my collection is wall art. So these are all actual marquees from real machines, glass and plexiglass, and some are translites, which is a sort of a thin plastic material. It's a cheaper way to do things later on. Here's Dragon's Lair. That's definitely an odd one. It's got a very unique top as far as the way the machine goes. And for Space Ace, it says the exact same shape. It's just got a, get a good look at it up there. You can see these from this side. There's another very unique one, Missile Command. You see it's got holes cut out for the speakers. And it keeps going. I believe I've got close to 200 of these marquees now. Most of these games are early 80s, pretty much just 80s stuff. I got a few 90s, early 90s right here, Dungeons and Dragons. These two are gigantic. A lot of marquees that you'll find have been cut down. But I really like to get them full size, just like that. But they get them and cut them down when they're trying to kit a machine, turn it into something else, and they don't have enough room for the marquee. Yep, and there's Mappy. You know how big that marquee is. That is a very strange machine, the way it's designed, which has a huge marquee box up on the front of the cabinet. There's Turbo. Just like Space Invaders, it does not have a marquee. So, the only way I could hang up the logo was just to hang the whole bezel up. Let's see. Also here. Here's another very unique one. Some of the Nintendo ones from the Versus machine have this slanted glass. It's like looks like two machines sort of fused together at a slant, but that's what that's made for. Now, right here. Going up the wall. It's pretty neat. Now see Roadrunner, Indiana Jones, Marble Madness, Peter Pack-Rat. Those are all the same size because they all fit in the same size cabinet. Okay, now some of the glass ones, Zookeeper, Wild Western, I know Blueprint. There's a few others that the art is prone to flake off just from years of heat, from a light bulb behind it. And I've tried to preserve these as best as I can. And my solution for this, for the ones that are flaking really bad, after I've cleaned them as best as I can and carefully as I can, I usually spray them down with an acrylic glaze on the backside. That just sort of seals it in. And they've held up. They've held up real good. Now if you have a Translite, the real thin plastic ones, let's see. Oh yeah, like this over here. Yeah, like the Marble Madness. Now, if you get any of those that start to flake, they're pretty much trash. I mean, they will completely fall off. But that's just how it goes. And finally, here's about 50 more that I've never got around to hanging up. Or mainly because I don't have enough wall space. But a few neat ones in here. Here's the Gauntlet 2. I guess an upgrade, sequel, whatever you call it. But see, essentially, it's just a sticker. So they just either cover the old one or peel off the old one and put that right on. And then Space Ace, same thing, just a sticker. It's on that really weird shaped piece of plexiglass at the top of the machine. Let's see, Return of the Jedi. Now this one, they actually made a specific size piece of glass with Translite. It's a really odd shaped machine if you've ever seen one. There's what I'm talking about, the thin, flimsy Translites. And here's a good example of the plexiglass. I usually prefer the plexiglass. But here's the ones all laid out now that I have not got hung up. So you can get a better look at them. Here's a neat one right here, Neo Geo. Now this was a 4-game system. And this particular marquee, they use these little marquee cards. You just slide them in depending on which games you have in which slots. So that's pretty cool. So there's the rest of my collection that I do not have hung up for lack of wall space. But all these marquees, the ones here, the ones hanging on the wall, they all represent games that I actually played back in the day. So be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.